Hi, this is Bharat. In this video, we'll be going through the basic sketching tools in Autodesk Inventor. Also, this is the first video in Autodesk Inventor introduction, and the topics that we'll cover today will help you in sketching 2D figures, which will then be converted into 3D using extrusion command. So let's get started. So this is Autodesk Inventor Professional 2015 that we'll be using. So let's click on that. So when you click on the launch option, you have the screen that opens up, and we have three basic tools in Autodesk Inventor. First is part, assembly, and drawing. Uh, Parts is a single component that we make using basic sketching commands and extrusion commands to convert that into 3D. Also, there are different features available in Autodesk Inventor to convert your 2D sketches into 3D sketches. The assembly is when you create a part and then fit that part into other part, like a nut and a bolt assembly, uh, or a shaft into a groove, something like that will be an assembly. And drawings are like if you have a assembly or a part, you take the isometric drawings, orthographic drawings, projections, sectional views of that to give more information about the part or an assembly or the part list used. They have drawings. So I'll be introducing you to part option in Autodesk Inventor and a little bit of drawing too. We are not going to deal with assembly. Uh, However, like if you learn the parts, it is just easy to do the assembly as well. So let's get started with the part. So click on part. So once you click on a part, you have the screen that is being opened. The part that we selected is a standard IPT part. So the moment you launch into this screen, the screen has several features. Uh, these are all the 3D features available in Autodesk Inventor. Extrude, revolve, sweep. Uh, these all will be covered in the further videos, but in this video we'll be dealing about the basic 2D sketching commands we have in Autodesk Inventor. So let's start with this. Here, this part is the Feature Manager, the Feature Manager design tree we call it. This is the place where we have all the planes. Uh, there are three planes in the uh, in Autodesk Inventor: XZ, YZ, and XZ planes, X-axis, Y-axis, and Z-axis. So it's easy to draw your figures using these planes. We'll see how we draw that. Let's select any of the planes first. It depends on what figure you're trying to draw. Like if you're drawing something which is like fixed to a wall, you use the YZ plane just like a wall clock, where the clock is affixed to it and you're watching something in the front view. And if you are drawing something like a table lamp which is on a base stand, then you need to draw it on an XZ plane so that you'll have the front view easily visible. If you take the XY plane, if you want, XY plane is a basic front plane where you would be looking at the front view of a component. So let's take the XZ plane. The moment you select the XZ plane, there is a dot here at the center. This dot is called the horizon. It's 0 0 0 or the center point. So it's where we start our sketch from. There are different commands available here in the top ribbon. uh, before going to that, I would explain what are these here. um, this one is like a navigation wheel. We don't use much of this navigation field unless we are using something like a iPad, where this will be used to navigate the views. However, we'll be using this more than this. Both of these do the same command, like navigating through the orbit to the axis to the uh, different views like top, side, front, bottom views. And this one is a zooming tool. If in any case you're zooming in a component way too much, then to get that or to fit that into the screen, you use this command. This is zoom in command. um, and this one is to rotate the component uh, into an orbit, like a 360 degrees rotation. I'll show you how to rotate that once we are done with this video. At the end of it, I'll show you how to rotate a component using this. And like this one is a home. Whenever you are into some other view where you need to do a sketching on different plane, you just click on this and use this to get to the plane where you want to do the sketching option. So this is available here. In case you close this, you can go here, select the user interface and click on the navigation bar again, so that this comes back. So we'll be using a lot of this in the future videos, so make sure you're familiar with this before you start. So let's get started with the XZ plane. So as I told you earlier, you can select any of the planes to start your sketch. However, it also depends on what type of component you are drawing. But anyways, just because you have this here, you can navigate to uh, different views from any of the planes. So don't bother much about what plane you are using here, unless you are specific about drawing a component. So let's get started on basic commands. Here you have a line, spline, and a curve. So in most of the designs that we'll be using line command, a rectangle, hexagon, circle, and a little bit of arc command too. So I'll show you basic line. Drawing a basic line, select the origin here and draw a line, uh, and then you can draw a basic sketch to any dimension. Once you're done with the profile of the sketch, just start dimensioning it. So for that dimensioning, you just need to click on this and then select with this point and this point, and then start giving the dimensions. So if you see, our dimensions are in inches. So dimensioning constrains your sketch so that you can extrude it once you are done with your sketching command. So we'll once you're done with the dimensioning, so we'll be looking at the constraint box here. The dimensioning also comes into the constraint box. Let's start with the constraints in here. So once you're done with the dimensioning, let's use these to reduce the complexity of using the sketching tools again and again. So let's start with the tangent command here. So let's say we have a circle here and we want this line to be a tangent to this circle. So we'll select the circle and select this point. So there we go. We have this circle and this line as a tangent to this circle. So let's see this feature here, which is parallel constraint. So if we want two lines to be parallel to each other, let's say we have drawn a line like this, and they say that this line should be parallel to this line, then we can click saying this line should be parallel to this line. So these lines are now parallel to each other. Now let's look at this command. This is perpendicular, so let's draw a line somewhere here. So we want this line to be perpendicular to this line, then we can select this and select this line and this line so that both of them are perpendicular to each other. Now this is an horizontal constraint. If you want your line to be parallel to the x-axis, then we use this constraint. um, so let us suppose, see, if we rotate this way, now the line is parallel to x-axis. Now if we want to remove that constraint and put it as a different constraint, then we can use the vertical constraint here, which will turn this will flip it into a line parallel to the y-axis again. So, and then let's go to this command. uh, Let us suppose we have two lines here, and both of the lines are of different dimension. So if we want both of the lines to be of equal dimension, let's use this, click on this and click on this. So now both of them are of equal dimension. So let's look at the collinear constraint in here. Let's take three lines which do not have their points on the same line. So these three lines have their endpoints on different lines. So to make them all collinear, we need to select this one, and this one. So if you see, so all of them are now collinear. So this constraint is used to make the lines collinear, and this one is used to make a circle uh, concentric with other circle. So if you want these two circles to be concentric, then click this and click this. So now both of them have the same center. So there are some options here which are very important. Let's say this one. This one is a construction line. So let us suppose we have something like this, and we want to draw a circle right here at this point. Let's dimension this once. So now I want a circle exactly at point 1 and point 4. So to draw that, let me draw two lines here. I'm going to make these lines as construction lines so that will help me to find out the center to draw a circle. So I wanted this to be point 1, so let's dimension this. This is point 1 and this one. So now this is a point 4. So now let's make these lines construction lines. Let's select this one, select this line, and select this line. So there you have, this one is now our construction line. So let's select this point So this is the use of making a construction line. Most of these lines are called hidden lines, uh, which are used to make constructions. And this one here is a center line. If you want to make a rectangle and dimension it exactly from the center, then you can use the center line. Now we draw a line here, and make this a center line. Now see, this dashed line is your center line. Now if you dimension uh, this from this point to this point, this would give you the length of whole rectangle, the breadth of whole rectangle. So this is a use of the center line. This center line will be used when you are using revolve command uh, in 3D, when you use the revolve. So this will be helpful in that case. Um, let's do a little more sketching. Let's see. Let's look at some more constraints. So this is a center point. If you want to center the line into 2 points, then you can use the center point. These are some more options available here in Autodesk Invent. See, this is how I rotate the cube. Now I will use extrude. So I'm now demonstrating this one here. If you want to rotate and take the back uh, face here, I can pull and click. This one is my right. Zoom in so that fits to the screen. Now I want to select the back bottom, so this one will give me the bottom. So if I want to do a sketch on the front, then I can rotate this. There you go. So this is the front plane. I can do the sketching on this. So if you want to do a sketching directly from the screen, you can click over here. If you want to make changes to the extrusion, you can click on here and reduce the extrusion. So these commands are useful, and you can use also these commands in here to do the sketching. So I'll show you how to do a fillet option in a 2D sketch. So select the sketching. Now I want to do a fillet here, so let's select the fillet. So let's click on this line and this line. So give the radius here, and that's the fillet you have. It's the same as doing it in AutoCAD. So let's do the offset, select this and then do the same offset. So there you go, you have an offset here. uh, Split, if you want to split a part and then trim some of it, then you can use the split command. Then you can click on trim, and there you go, you can remove a part of it. So that's how you can use these commands. So these commands are similar to that of the commands in AutoCAD, so you don't need much of introduction to them. If you want to project your geometry, I'm going to show that in your 3D structures, how to project um a point onto a plane. So for that we'll be using the project geometry option. I hope these commands which I have explained you here will be helpful while designing the 3D components. Thank you.